Here I come. G'day and welcome back to another tree styler video. On the bench is a twin trunk Chinese elm. Let's have a little spin. So this tree is featured on my channel. Head to the playlist, twin trunk Chinese elm. Now the reason why I'm showing you this tree is because the root cutting came from this tree. Yep, that's it from there. So I just wanted to highlight that. And here is also a little bit of a recap of how far the trees come. Anyway, let's go. It's unconventional. All right, try this. Oh. And this is the next step. You can see it's grown. It's really today I'm looking at refining these branches that have grown out, probably around 30 centimeters. So that's what we're going to do. But that will be in part 3. G'day and welcome back. This is part 3 for this Chinese elm root cutting. Let's have a spin. You can see there the sandstone and rock is attached very securely. What was it, 70 mil bugle head screw used in construction. Anyway, so today I'm looking at taking this tree to the next direction. I'm looking at making it better. The first step is to remove anything that I don't require, which is a pretty easy process. Concave cutters. Now this always grows, this part here. Always, very strong growing. If I made this the leader of the tree, it would pump. But it's not in very good position, so I'm going to remove it. These also can be just plucked off with my fingers. I just don't like that part there, and as you can see now, this is my preferred front. This way. It certainly has got some character now. The moss, it's been a bit hot here, so the moss is struggling. When it's raining it pops and it glows green, but that's okay. Now looking what else I can get rid of. I don't want anything on my main trunk line. And looking at the tree off camera before I started, I was thinking of maybe just a slight angle change in the next tree pot. So let me just double check. Maybe just, because it's almost horizontal here, so maybe just a little subtle change. All right, edit this out. Yeah, I think it might be good, but anyway, doesn't need any work now. These have grown great and very straight nature. What else can I get rid of? I'll keep this branch here. It's hard, this is a different angle, because normally I would just view like this and go boom, 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 boom. So it's a little bit different. But I'll keep flicking the tree back around there so you can see it, because it's really difficult to see what I'm doing. Now I want clean trunk line here. I don't want any extras. So the thought process that goes through my mind is, first of all, what can I get rid of? Bang, that's done, that's cleaned up. Looking at still continuing more refined, because look at what's blatantly obvious that I need to get rid of. Now there was 2 branches in there very close together. So that's my next step, refining. What's next that I can get rid of? Now, that's not too bad. I've got some branches going backwards here. But overall, I'm looking at this shape that I can work with. Now, these branches, of course, can be wired into position. And the best time to wire is when there's no leaves. So it is now just a matter of, look, you can clip and grow too, so I can take that off there, and then that's going to change my direction naturally. Well, as natural as that is. But yeah, just removing any branches where there's congestion is my next step, and then just repeating that process and looking at things that are growing up and down or not quite natural. Now this branch here, I can see it's a very long branch and it's growing back. It's growing over this way. I can correct it with wire, as easy as doing that, so there's nothing to worry about. I've also got this branch moving in a better direction, and it's also getting long and I don't want to thicken up, so I'm going to cut it off. So, and then I can, I can adjust things. But even doing that, removing this is starting to shape the tree. I want to see the trunk line. Now, The apex is always tricky. I always find the apex tricky, and once you get it, you get it. But yeah, sometimes it's difficult to shape. Now I've got these two branches in a similar spot, and I'm looking at keeping or removing one of them because I want my apex to, you know, be around here. I don't need. I'm going to get rid of that because it's too long. It's going to, if I let that keep growing, it's going to get big and fat. So that's got to go. I can take this off here as well. And I'm looking at it, they're not coming out of the same junction. There's two branches there, but there's a little one here as well. I'm going to get rid of that. This one here. And that one is coming out of the fork here. Gone. So it's that one actually. Still gone. How's my shape looking? Not too bad. I'm going to trim that up there, and I'm going to trim that one there. So now I've got my apex starting to develop here. This one, I want it to thicken up a little bit more. I'll let it grow. So the problem is, like, if I could make an easy, quick labour tree, just chopping into shape. But I'm trying to build better branching. You know, it'd be easy, quite easy for me to do, and that'd be it. But I'm just trying to make better trees, people. Trying to make better trees, and it already does look a lot better to me anyway. Might not to you. A little bit of congestion here. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot. I'll have a closer look at that. But yes, so yeah, just keeping an eye on the branches so they don't get too thick, and they do that when they grow out the bud. I want this one to grow thicker, this here, so I'm going to let that grow out. Let's get rid of that one. By cutting these back, you'll promote the back buds for the tree. Look, you can see there, it's starting to take shape. There we go. Like I said, this one thicken up. These ones are already growing out nice and strong. There's a branch crossing over in there. I'm going to get rid of that. You can't see it. It's really hard to document that. But anyway, these there. And do I want this one to thicken up more? I don't want that one. Okay, there. I'm going to continue to let that grow out as well to thicken up the branches. I've got this one. What's this one doing? Growing down here. Let's get rid of you. Hey, Chris. Hello. Got a visitor. Hang on. I'm back audioily. Anyway, yeah, so that is looking a lot better. I can still see there's a couple of branches coming down. I'm going to check them out. There's a branch crossing back over, this one. I'm going to have a look at that. I don't really want to wire it at this stage, but I can always just chop that off. Yeah. Anyway, a few little adjustments, minor things, and it'll be done. So this, what's happening here? I might just pinch them off. I want to keep it nice and flat-ish. There we go. Otherwise, there's that one. So there we go. Let's have a spin. I'm not sure. I think that's taken me a whole 10 minutes or so. This one here, I'm just going to take that off there. And spin. Happy with that. Still got a bit to go. You're coming off.